Well, hi everybody, welcome to Moodle Support Theater. We're continuing our look at the gradebook and specifically how to set up your gradebook using sum of grades. We're in the gradebook test sum view, topic outline. Notice in the lower left-hand column we have activities, and all of those activities and assignments match the activities and assignments that have been created in the center section. Before we go into the gradebook, I want to call your attention to topic area 4, the faculty grade guide updates. Let's give that a click. And I'm not sure on your screen, but on my screen I need to make that just a little bit bigger. Do what you need to do for the best look. You are using Firefox, I'm sure. That is the browser of choice in Mac or PC. What we see here is a screenshot from the faculty users guide, and I'd like to call your attention to topic area 5. The basic videos, that's what we're doing right now. Those are going to change, but the options on how to set up your gradebook, all of that is brand new information and very worthwhile, and I would recommend you use that to support what you see here in the videos if you don't have time to come by Library 315 and give us a visit. Okay. Let us go to the gradebook. In our last session, we talked about the basic category setup and some overall sum of grade information. We're clicking the tab at the top for gradebook, and then in the center we're choosing categories and items. And because we went to the front page and used our activity drop down and created our assignments there, all of those assignments are in the gradebook. Using sum of grades, let's go to the very top using the drop down and make sure it is sum of grades. And I'm going to save my change. It's a good idea to save frequently. All sum of grades is you add up all of the values of all of the points, get a total number of points, and it creates a grade. Now notice the very last item is extra credit. You can do extra credit in sum of grades. To demonstrate that, I'm going to click on the checkbox, and then I'm going to save my change. And when I save the change, watch the total. It goes from 550 to 650. This version will update your total if you make changes. If you were to add another assignment on the front page, it would also correct for that. I'm going to replace the check, choose Save Changes again, and it goes back to 550. Notice at the top, after the sum of grades choice, aggregate only non-empty grades has been chosen. A very good idea. What this does is total up only the grades that are complete. Example, you have 20 items to be done during the course of a semester. It's early in the semester. The student has done 2 and received a very good score. Unless you check aggregate non-empty grades, they're going to get an F because you've got 18 zeros averaging into their total. You do need to uncheck this near the end of the semester so that if they don't turn something in, that zero actually is a 0. If you remember in our last version, we talked a little bit about the use of categories. Now, sum of grades works perfectly fine just like this. Let's use a little movie magic and look at the same gradebook with categories set up. A little bit more work to do. The blue boxes indicate the categories. We learned that in our last video. And each category is set to sum of grades, and we're going to ensure, because sometimes when you're working the check boxes get unchecked, we're going to ensure that each of the aggregate non-empty grades is checked. I'm going to save my changes, and this is the identical gradebook we saw previously. The only difference is we've gathered like items together. All of the tests, all of the writing activities, all of the participation and attendance. The value is for both you and the students. Let's go to the top, look at the little tabs right above our gradebook, and there's View. Let's choose View, and then let's come to the center section and choose User Report. In User Report, we'll come to the right-hand side of the screen, use the drop-down, and pick anyone who's available. This allows the student to see the total number of points for each category as well as the total number of points available for the class. The extra credit will not put them over the maximum points available. It only serves to bring them to the maximum amount. Okay, let's go back to the front page, and as always, if editing is turned on, we like to make sure it is turned off. In our next version, or our next installment rather, we are going to deal with simple weighted means of grades and some of the ways you can set that up. If you need help before then, visit the faculty guide for Moodle in the Moodle support section, come by Library 315, or give us a call at 3633. Thank you.